Invest in Peace in Syria by www.profitableinvestingtips.com. Now that things seem to be at their worst in the Middle Eastern country, it may be time to invest in peace in Syria. From an investment point of view, the words of Baron Rothschild come to mind. The best time to invest is when there is blood in the streets, even your own. From the viewpoint of a global economic recovery after the worst recession in 75 years, the fighting in Syria is a terrible waste that no one can really afford. From the viewpoint of the Syrians themselves, sectarian strife can be overcome. Witness the peace in Ireland and cessation of civil wars across Central America. With the good of all in mind, it is high time for all players in this drama to invest in peace in Syria. And, if sanity prevails, money may well pour into the country for reconstruction and development. Invest in peace in Syria and reap the benefits of a nation focused on growth and development, and not self-destruction. A simple fundamental analysis comparison sheds some light on the subject. Making a comparison. It was around 1985 that something occurred to the warring factions in the civil wars in El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua. At the end of the Second World War, these nations were on an economic par with several Asian nations, Taiwan, North Korea, Singapore, and after adjusting for population, Japan. Just 4 decades later, the economies of the Central American nations have gone nowhere. No one wanted to invest in countries where drive-time radio programs offered advice on how to avoid street battles on the way home from work. On the other hand, Taiwan, South Korea, and Singapore were Asian tigers with stellar economies, and Japan seemed set to rule the world economically. Development money went to the Asian nations and fled the war-ravaged nations of Central America. The issues that started the wars in Central America were not remedied by incessant fighting. Why would an investor throw money away in El Salvador when he could invest in Japan or the Asian tigers and reap handsome rewards? When the leaders of the various factions and the populace in general in Central America woke up to this disparity, peace became possible. Likewise, if the Syrians can think outside of the box they have put themselves in, peace will be possible, and those who invest in peace in Syria will reap the rewards. Picking new winners. It is an old saying, but a true one, that there is always a bull market somewhere. Today, even with a civil war on its southern border, Turkey is doing well. Construction projects dot Istanbul, and the government has plans to build the largest airport in the world. Turkey and Syria are long-time trading partners. If peace descends on the region, trade will pick up with Iraq and Lebanon, as well as Turkey. If total rationality presides in the form of an agreement between Israel and the Palestinians, the economic and business savvy of Israel could be added to the picture. If you want to invest in peace in Syria, think a few years ahead and consider who the economic winners might be and start making your investments. For more insights and useful information about investments and investing, visit www.profitableinvestingtips.com.